Hi people, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to share with you my January TBR. So I have it in my reading journal, which is right here. Let's see, where is my January TBR? Here it is, January TBR. So if you want to see my full reading journal, I'm going to have a video up about that Saturday. So today I want to talk about my January TBR. Usually I have 10 books on my TBR for every month, and I decided this year I should be more realistic, and I put only 7 books on my TBR this month because I always only finish like 5. And I do think that it's good to have a more extensive TBR because that way I'm more motivated to reach my goal and hopefully read more. But on the other hand, always failing and never being able to finish the entire TBR is also not good for motivation. So I thought it'd be best to make my TBR a little bit less extensive this time. So I'm putting 7 books on there this month. I am currently on a book buying ban, so there's only books from my physical TBR on this list. And it's going to be like that for the coming months until I finish half my physical TBR, which is 31 books. So that is motivating me to read more, and hopefully I can finish 10 books once. So hopefully I will be able to buy new books by April. But for now, let's get into the books that I have on my TBR for this month. So first off, I have Iron Flame, and I already started this one because it is January 3rd. Right now I am on page 375 right now. So I'd say about 2/3 into the book. Anyway, Iron Flame is on my TBR for this month, and this one is the second book in the Empyrean series, which is, Fourth Wing was the first, Iron Flame is the second, and that is about a girl. Well, let me tell you about what Fourth Wing is about because, spoilers. So Fourth Wing is about a girl who goes into a military school, even though she doesn't want to. She's been training her whole life to become a scribe, but her mother forces her into the rider quadrant. And what that means is that she goes to a type of military school where they train you to become a dragon rider. And, in your first year, which is Fourth Wing is her first year, you get bonded to a dragon if you survive. So about half, maybe 75% of all the first years die in their first year. So it's very dangerous, but it's also very epic because, dragons, that's really fun. I really love dragons, and there's some spice in there, and intrigue and political games and stuff like that. So really liked Fourth Wing. Getting through Iron Flame. Let's leave it at that. Next, I have The Last Queen by Signy Pike on my list. I have had this on my list for November, I believe, but I wasn't able to get to it. Maybe it was December, maybe it was both, I don't know. But anyway, this is about a Scottish queen in medieval Scotland. And she is actually the sister of the man that inspired the character of Merlin. And this is about this queen who is trying to keep her culture in the midst of Christian invasion. So that's really interesting to me because, first of all, it's a very different culture. Second of all, it is a pagan culture, where I am not from Scotland, but I am from a country where paganism was eradicated by the Christians. So it is very interesting for me to read about because I am interested in that culture. That was my ancestors' culture, basically. Of course, the Scottish version of paganism is different from the mainland European one and the country where I'm from, but it is close enough, I guess. And, it's just really interesting to read about the Christian invasion and a queen trying to keep her kingdom together and trying to keep her culture. So yeah, really excited to get into this one. It is a series, so it's the first in a series, and I believe there's going to be 4 books. And the second book is already out, and the third book is set to come out in September. So I don't know, maybe I'll be able to read the second book before that, hopefully, if I like it, of course. And then I want to reread Harry Potter, specifically the Mina Lima edition, because look, this is beautiful. I wanted to do this in December, but didn't get around to it again. December is a busy month, and I found that I wasn't able to read as much at all. This is just a really beautiful book. For example, look, this is the Fat Lady, and it is interactive. You can open the door to the dormitory. So it is beautiful, and I really think it will be very fun to read this version of Harry Potter. So I have all three of the books from Mina Lima that are out right now, and I really want to get into those. So got this on the list for this month as well, and I think I will be able to get around to it. Next up, I have a middle grade book on the list, which is A Wolf for a Spell by Kara Sutton. And this is a book about, it's kind of a Freaky Friday type of story where there is a witch. It's Russian folklore inspired. So there is a witch, Baba Yaga. Let me see. Yeah, Baba Yaga, and she something happens where a wolf that is taught to fear witches goes to Baba Yaga, and she puts a spell on them, and they switch bodies. That's basically all I know. Sounds like a lot of fun, and I really enjoy stories from different cultures, like I said before. And this one is about Russian folklore, and it seems like a very wintry type of story. And you know, Russia is beautiful with the beautiful palaces, and yeah. I just really think I will really enjoy this one. So it's on my TBR. It is middle grade, so, and there is actually pictures in there, so I think I will be able to finish this very quickly. One of my goals for this year is to finish a book in a day, and I think this might be a good contender to try that. I also have another middle grade book on my list, but that one isn't out yet. It is on pre-order. And even though I just said that I am on a book buying ban, I pre-ordered this book before I went on that book buying ban, so it doesn't count. It is Emily Wilde's Map of the Oleanders, which is part 2 of Emily Wilde's series. So the first one being Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which I really enjoyed. I really loved that one. Emily Wilde is a researcher. She's in academia, and she researches fairies. So in this world we're in, fairies are real, and she basically she went on a field trip. No, she went to do field research while she was making her Encyclopedia of Fairies, and it is the first very extensive Encyclopedia of Fairies, and she's doing field research, and the first book reads as her field notes, which was really fun. And I guess she's making a map of the oleanders in the next book, which I don't know what that means, but I will find out, and hopefully it will read as field notes again. I just thought that was really fun. Next, I have God Killer by Hannah Kaner. This is just really beautiful, beautiful book. Look at that artwork. It's pretty, so pretty. It looks very full, but you know, I didn't get around to reading it in full, but I still really want to read it because I hear a lot of good things about it, and the second book is going to come out in this year. So let me just read the blurb for this one so that you know what it's about, because yeah, I don't really know how to explain it otherwise. Kissen's family were killed by zealots of a fire god. Now she makes a living killing gods and enjoys it. That is until she finds a god she cannot kill, Skadi. A god of white lies has somehow bound himself to a young noble, and they are both on the run from unknown assassins. Joined by a disillusioned knight on a secret quest, they must travel to the ruined city of Blanraden, where the last of the wild gods reside. To each beg a favor. Pursued by demons and in the midst of a burgeoning civil war, they will all face a reckoning. Something is rotting at the heart of the kingdom, and only they can be the ones to stop it. So, sounds very epic. It is a short book. There is 288 pages, so it's short, but it sounds very epic. So I think this will be a great one to try and read in one day as well. And the last book I have on my TBR this month is Love Theoretically by Ellie Hazelwood. And I have read The Love Hypothesis by her. And I really enjoyed that because it was set in academia. And I don't know, I enjoyed it because me, myself, I'm not in academia, but I am studying. I am doing my master's right now. So I can recognize a lot of the um, university and academia type of setting, and it's just really fun to read about that. And I really enjoyed the characters of the last book, so hopefully this is going to be a great one as well. She is coming out with 2 books next year, I believe, so I'm really excited to get into this one to see if I do really enjoy her writing as a writer, so I can pick up more of her books. Love Theoretically by Ellie Hazelwood. And that's already it for today's video. Those were all the books that are on my TBR for this month. Please let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them, because I would really like to know. And also give me some tips on how I can finish my TBR this month, because as a slow reader, it is very hard to finish that many books for some reason. That's it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. You can expect some reading challenges from me this month to get through my TBR. Hopefully this month I will be able to finish all the books on my TBR, because it's a shorter list, but I have never read that many books in a month, so we will see. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!